Hey guys, it's me, Jem, and welcome to episode 7 of Jem at the Movies. It's a segment here on my YouTube channel where I take a look at some movies and TV series, either recent or old but gold. Today we're going to take a look at a very interesting spy thriller and perhaps Jennifer Lawrence's most daring role to date. The movie we're going to review today is Red Sparrow. The movie was released in 2018 and it is directed by Francis Lawrence. The screenplay was written by Justin Haidt and it is based on a book by Jason Matthews. So when the trailer for this movie was first released, almost everybody's first impression was this was going to have a similar backstory to that of Marvel's Black Widow. The Black Widow movie at that time was not official yet. When I watched this movie, I realized that it was a different story, it was a different kind of character. The movie's main star is Jennifer Lawrence. She has taken on big roles like Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games trilogy, Marvel's X-Men as Mystique, as well as movies like Passengers and Joy, which of course I will review in future videos. Now, Jennifer Lawrence really surprised me in this movie. This movie is unlike any Jennifer Lawrence I've seen before. In this movie, she gets nude, she's having sex on screen, and getting raped. I knew this movie was gonna be an R18, but as for her performance, boy, did she deliver. Jennifer Lawrence got a lot of praises for this movie. And if you'll notice, she really did prepare for her role. Her body looks really, really good. And aside from that, she really pulled off her role as a Russian girl. The supporting cast includes Joel Edgerton, Matthias Schoenaerts, and of course, the great Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons, of course, wonderful performance as Vladimir Korchnoi, great screen presence, and of course that unmistakable Jeremy Irons voice. So, like I was saying, this movie is not some kind of Black Widow backstory. This is a movie about a woman who is trained to seduce to get information. The movie opens with the introduction of Dominika Egorova. She's a famous Russian ballet who breaks her leg after a performance. She gets approached by her uncle Ivan, who is a deputy director of the SVR. Now, the SVR is Russian intelligence, and she is tasked with seducing a Russian gangster named Dmitry Ustinov in exchange for her mother's continued medical support. So Dominika meets Ustinov in a bar, and later she is taken to his room and she gets raped. Not until she gets rescued by an SVR operative named Sergei Matorin, and Ustinov gets brutally strangled by Matorin. So Ivan tells Dominika that she can either become an SVR operative or she can face execution because she witnessed Ustinov's murder. Enter Nate Nash, who is a CIA agent working in Moscow. So Nash works with a man known only by the name of Marble, who is a mole. A mole is like a spy that gathers intelligence. Nash gets reassigned to the US, but he insists that he's the only one that Marble will work with. So since he can't go back to Russia, he is sent to Budapest in Hungary, where he will re-establish contact with Marble. So meanwhile, Dominika is sent by Ivan to State School 4, where she will be trained to become a sparrow. A sparrow is an agent that can extract information by way of seduction. So basically, they're like spies, but they're trained in different sexual techniques. So, despite having problems with the matron, Dominica excels in the sparrow training, and she is sent on an assignment in Budapest by Ivan and General Korchnoi. She is to gain Nash's trust and expose Marble's identity. In Budapest, Dominica meets another sparrow named Marta Yelanova, and she reports to the SVR station chief Maxim Volontov. Dominica is given a new passport and a new identity by the name of Katerina Zukova. So Nash and Dominica meet each other in a swimming pool and he steals her identification card. And Nash discovers her real name. Meanwhile, Dominica finds out that Marta had been buying classified intelligence from Stephanie Boucher, a chief of staff to a U.S. senator. When confronted by Ivan, Dominica claims that she is helping Marta with Boucher. Marta is killed by Matorin for sharing classified information with Dominica and warns her what will happen if she fails. Dominica contacts Nash and agrees to become a double agent in exchange for protection for her mother and herself. She goes to London with Volontov to meet with Boucher, but Dominica gives Boucher the discs with fake information. After the exchange, Boucher notices that she's being followed by American agents. She starts to panic, and while she starts walking back, a truck suddenly hits her. So after the incident, Volontov and Dominica are recalled back to Moscow and they are tortured and interrogated. Volontov is shot immediately and Dominica is bathed in cold water and she gets hit repeatedly. But she still claims that she's not working with the Americans. Dominica is allowed to return to Budapest to continue her mission with Nash, but instead she asks Nash if she and her mother can get relocated to America. After spending the night with Nash, Dominica finds him in the hands of Matorin. Uh, he was being prepared to be tortured because Matoran wants to know the identity of Marble. And to make it look like Dominica was not betraying Matoran, Dominica tied up Nash's hands and feet with cable ties. So he started skinning him layer by layer. Then Dominica takes the skinning tool and hits Matoran on the head, and she frees Nash of the cable ties. This scene is very hard to watch the first time because you can only imagine the pain that is being felt by Nash as he is being peeled of his skin very slowly or being tortured very slowly. So Dominica wakes up in the hospital and she meets General Korchnoi, and Korchnoi reveals that he is Marble. He said he was initially patriotic, but he was disillusioned with Russia's corruption. He asked Dominica to reveal him to Ivan, and in doing so, Dominica would become a national hero, and she would replace Korchnoi as the mole. But when Dominica contacts her superiors, she frames Ivan as the mole and blames him for the failed mission in London. So Ivan is killed and Dominica is honored in a Russian military ceremony. So in conclusion, again, wonderful performance by Jennifer Lawrence. She is a great actress and one of the most beautiful faces in Hollywood. Her role in this movie was very, very sexy, but it was done very tastefully. Jennifer Lawrence carries the sexy role very, very well. like she did in Passengers with Chris Pratt. But she is still a very versatile actress. So, this is a very good movie if you're into spy thrillers, but make sure that you're at least 18 years old before you watch it because the theme of the movie is kind of sexual. Alright, guys, so that is it for my movie review. Go check out Red Sparrow. Like this video and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.